Alrighty, welcome back to my shop. As you can see, I've been busy. I'm kind of branching out. I'm actually still doing the styrofoam, but I've actually started reproducing some of it using a silicone mold. Um, Most of my bases, again, this is kind of what I'm doing. This is a mold of my work. So I'm kind of branching out because some of the stuff I want to reproduce to put in my booth at the show. Grapevine show in June in Texas. But I've had this idea for a long time about reproducing some of my work. So I found a product, and again, I've used several different products, and I'm not endorsing this by no means, but this is the product I've landed on. It's a 1-to-1 ratio, and you don't have to weigh it, and you don't have to pressurize it to get the bubbles out. So, and again, this is for this grade of stuff. It's not for the expert model maker, that does the high dollar reproductions. No, this is just for dioramas and little stuff that you want to reproduce. But this stuff's on Amazon. It's cheap. I got the gallon. It's a 1 gallon part A and a 1 gallon part B. So you get 2 gallons of product, and it goes a long way, unless you make the bigger molds or make mistakes and have leaks. Anyway, but as you could see, the results are not bad. I've been using casting plaster, and I've one of you guys chimed in and had me add some Elmer's glue all while mixing it, and it did make a difference, actually. So thank you for whoever did that. I added a little bit of Elmer's glue all into the casting plaster before I added the plaster into the water. Anyway, but it made a huge difference. But anyway, and I'm also using a product called Hydrostone, which is a product for making molds, but it's more of a concrete product, but it's lightweight. This is Hydrostone right here, and again, it captures a lot of the detail. It's a 1/6 scaled display base for putting a figure on. Anyway, that's kind of what I've been doing lately. And you can see, I've got another mold cooking here underneath, which I really shouldn't be piling stuff on top, but kind of want to encompass everything. I've used several different silicones, and this silicone here, it's okay. It's nice for a smaller product. I've been reproducing some of my shields for my knights and stuff, and I've used clear epoxy. I've used a resin material, which I really wasn't a fan of this particular resin. Hydrostone seems to be the better. It's lightweight, sandable, and you could see the detail, but very lightweight, so it will glue on to these figures really, really nicely. So but the silicone does capture all pretty good detail. But again, this is just more of a craft hobby beginner stage for smaller stuff, and it works fairly decent. But making the bigger molds, I did go to this product here, and again, I tried several different products, and this one was the one I landed on. The only drawback is both part A and part B are clear. They're translucent, so you got to keep track of what you pour in. So I use separate cups. I marked them part A, part B, and keep them separate. Of course, measure them equally, and then pour them into a central container and mix it slowly. And you've got plenty of mix time, but because this stuff sets up, it takes a couple of hours for it to set up. So if you have to do several different pours, you can mix it and take your time. And again, take your time, especially making your forms, because silicone finds, and its job is to find all the details, all the little nooks and crannies of all your things you're making. It also finds all the cracks and all the open parts to your form. So I use caulking and clay. I use modeler's clay for all the corners. Because this stuff will find a leak and it will exploit it. And it doesn't leak fast. It leaks slow, so you got to sit there and monitor it for several hours instead of walk away and go do something fun. So you got to sit there, let it collect up into you got to control the spill and pour it back into your mold every, 20, 30 minutes and stuff. So, but it sets up 4 hours that I've noticed. And so these bigger molds, I'm gonna probably set up 5 hours and then add another couple hours before I can actually use the molds. But this one here is going to be another 1/35th scale base. It's going to have a lot of rubble and stuff. Anyway, but that's kind of basically what I've been doing lately, is taking some of my styrofoam and moving it a step forward into reproduction, so I can put money back into my hobby. And that's the whole key to our hobby, is we want to make it self-sufficient. So if we do spend a lot of money on our hobby, which I do, you want to be able to put some money back into it. You want to make money from it. So I've started reproducing these diorama bases. This one here is for a couple of figures. This one here, and it's 1/35th or 1/16th scale, either one of them. And again, I've made this out of just spare parts: styrofoam, a plastic eagle, and a wood base. And again, I've been using Hydrostone, which, again, the Hydrostone's really, really nice stuff. It captures all the detail. And again, you can make a dozen of these and sell them cheap and still make your money back on all the product that you spent your money on. So anyway, but that's where I'm at. Again, come see me if you're local. If you drive in to see the show in June, definitely drive in. I'm going to have a lot of my product here. I'm selling it cheap because I definitely want to get it out there, and I definitely want to get the report back from you guys as far as what you think of it, the pros and cons of my product. And again, feel free to contact me, and I'll send you a sample. Just pay the shipping. I'll send you a sample. You can play with it, and you can give me an honest answer, especially you guys that are masters. I definitely want to get your feedback on my product. Anyway, I've been making a lot of these big dragon's teeth. I've got about 16 of them made. I was going to make molds of these, but logistically it's going to take a crap load of silicone and some ingenuity that I'm just not there yet as far as pouring molds. Plus, I've got to find a material that I can actually use to make these where they're not going to be 10 pounds a piece. And I did find a resin material it's a black resin that basically makes the shell. So you won't have to pour it solid. You just pour it in there, swish it around several times, and it makes a coating where you can pop out of the mold, and it's a hollow resin. So it's a plastic resin. Anyway, that's where I'm at right now, and I'm still in the business. I'm still doing it. I just hadn't had a video out in a while, but just catching up, you guys. This is where I'm at. I'm in the reproduction mode now of some of my smaller items. I've moved away from the larger buildings because shipping them is a nightmare. The price on those, just to ship those, are crazy. So I've shifted down to smaller displays, smaller scale stuff, and some more display items. And again, the nature of our hobby is to evolve, move forward, and improve yourself. So anyway, thanks for chiming in, and I definitely look forward to your comments and critique. If you've got some pointers, critiques, I love to hear them. So I definitely appreciate you guys tuning in. Hopefully I'll do another video